step back quite a bit, and I tried that before. I didn't record, I was just testing, and yeah, I'd have to stand a bit far back to I guess to like get a full shot if I wanted to, like the built-in webcam had, which I probably could get fixed at some point if I wanted to. But anyway, moving on from that, because I don't really need to do that, that's just money I don't have right now, that I don't want others to spend either. So moving on from that, I have a Gorillaz collection update where I have, how many items is it? 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 items, sorry, 7. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. It would have been 6, but when I get to one of the items, there was like a little story with it that I will explain, which is why it's 7 and not 6. But anyway, I don't know where to start. Actually, we'll start with this. Let's see. I have the here, the Danza DVD, which I got a few ago. That's what the front looks like. There's the back, and then the disc is just the disc. It does work. I've checked it. I've already seen this because this is on YouTube. I haven't had a proper look at the bonus features yet. The film itself is like 91 minutes, so it's just over an hour and a half. But this itself is, I believe, the real-life backstory for the band. So you've got like the autobiography, Rise of the Ogre, or Gorillaz, people call it, which is the, like, I guess the in-universe, like Gorillaz, like story behind the band. So like from the virtual band themselves, their point of view. Whereas Bonanza is like the real-life story for Phase 1 and Phase 2. So from the start of the band's creation up to the end of Phase 2, which I think is actually a really good behind-the-scenes look at how it's actually made. So as I said, this is on YouTube. I have seen it before. Haven't had a proper look at the bonus features yet. I kind of glanced through them. Nothing too fancy, but like this is like hard to find. Like I was in Blackpool a few weeks ago, and I was in one of the shops there. Like it's a second-hand like store where they sell like games and like DVDs. I did see this. But at the time, I was like on my way to, I think, like an interview, and I didn't have a bag on me, and I couldn't exactly carry something around with me, so I didn't have anywhere to put it. So I was like, I've got to be at the interview. I think I had like 15 minutes before I had to be there, so I didn't really have time to find it. I was like, if this is here, when I get back from said interview, which, like, you know, I was like, if it's still there, I will buy it, which it was. I went to the interview, I came back into the store afterwards, that's why I went straight away. I went in there. It was still there, no one else had bought it, so I just went and bought it and then just went home. But yeah, so it's just one of those things where, you know, you see it, you want to buy it, but you know that you don't have the time. And it's like, if it's there, like when I come back, then I'll get it, but sometimes it's not. Fortunately for me in this case, no one else had obviously seen it and wanted it, so, you know, it's my first Gorillaz DVD, so there's that. So anyway, I got that. Then, next up I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little things to show off. They're not fancy, but I like them, and I wanted them, so I've started to get them now. We have the promo singles, like I have 5 of them. And this one in particular is for 2000. Like the front and then the back. There's like some, I guess, like credits and stuff, and then it's got these the Saltod remix and then the original mix, and then I can pull the disc out and I will show that off safely. These are what they would send to the radio stations when the singles were first released. They would send these little things to the radio stations. They would then play the song on the radio for a bit to circulate around and get some air time and airplay and whatnot. And then the idea was afterwards, they would then after a few weeks, or a month or two, send these back to the rightful owners, which in this case is, I believe, Parlophone. Is that what it's? Yeah, Parlophone or the record label behind Gorillaz, so it would get sent back to them. But of course, some places didn't do that. They didn't send them back. They kept them, and they gave them to friends or family or sold them. And that's how people collectors like me have been able to get a hold of them. So we have 92,000. The next one is the one that has a little story behind it. So this is the house. That's the front and that's the back. And I will show the disc off. Sorry, let me just do that. This one has the Rock House radio, the radio edit and sounder edit on it. And this is actually the second copy I purchased because I bought it off on Discogs a few weeks ago from some other seller. And after a week and a half it hadn't arrived. I messaged the seller, they were like,
you might want to check with your post office. So I left it another like 2 or 3 days, just in case it was like slow delivery or something with the post office. Still nothing. Went down there, nothing. Showed them like the order from Discogs and gave them my address and like postcode. They checked the system. They were like, sorry, nothing at our end. So I then like messaged the seller, who was like, right, I'll check down at my end. Nothing there, and then it was lost in the post. They then were like, do you want anything else that we've got for sale? Is there anything you're interested in? I had a look. Nothing caught my eye, so I was just like, I'll just take a refund. And then I had another look on Discogs to see if there were any more copies of this for sale. There were, but there weren't any that were like super cheap and were like shipping from the UK, so I left it. Then probably about 3 weeks later maybe, I had another look. I think this was on Monday, I had a look. And sure enough, there was another one being sold from the UK. So I bought it, and then like within 2 days it arrived. So I finally have a copy of this, like, because it's not my favourite single, but I do love this artwork a lot. So this will be necessary for my Rock House collection, which is slowly growing. I almost have all the Rock House items I want. We've then got 2 markings today. So this is for the single, not the EP or extended play as it's at the quite fully known. There's the front and then the back. Okay, I'll show off the back. There's the disc, which decided to slide out on me. And as I was saying, there's the back. This one has one of the original stickers still on it. Oh, the original sticker, if you can see that. Like information. The only track on this is the Tomorrow Comes Today single itself. There's nothing else on it. Next up we have that was it for phase 1. For phase 2 we've got There. There's the front. There's the back. Again with one of those stickers on it. This one again just has the song There on it, and that's it. There's nothing else. And then if I just carefully get it out, there is the disc. And then I'll slide it back in. And then the final one of those I have is B-side. So not a single, but the side album to the 2005 album Demon Days. So there's the sticker on it. And then there's the back. As you can see, 2 tracks. We've got Rocket and Hong Kong. And then if I can carefully slide it out, we have the disc. So I thought those were pretty cool. They were all very cheap on Discogs. So I got them. And then the final item I have to show off, which is something I got about 2 weeks ago, probably 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, it was. I was in Blackpool again, like, and I was on my way back from something, and I had to like change buses, so I stopped off in Blackpool on my way home. Went into H&B, had a look, saw this, picked it up and was like, I'm going to buy this. Then put it back, and decided that I was not going to buy it, didn't really need it, didn't want it, wasn't worth the money, and started to walk out. Got halfway out the store, and just was like, you know what, screw it, I do want it, and I went back to buy it. And as I went to pay for it, the guy at the counter was like, do you want a plastic protective sleeve for it? And I was like, yeah, I might as well. And I was like, oh, I might as well buy it back. I'm not carrying this home as it is, so I'm going to show it off. It's the Song Machine Season 1 vinyl, which you can't really see very well because with a sticker on it, because like this isn't the best webcam in the world. There's the back. Show it all off, and then there's like the track listing on the side there, and then just to show it off, not so much to show it off, I'll just take it out of the sleeve just for a moment. It is still brand new and sealed, and I am debating whether or not I want to open this up, because the sticker itself is on the actual like plastic wrap that it's protected by right now, so I would have to take the sticker off that to then stick it back on the vinyl itself. So I actually don't know what, it's on the cover, so I stick on the cover. So I don't actually know what the vinyl itself looks like on the inside, but that's fine. Probably not going to open this anytime soon. But it's still pretty cool to have. And also at the time it was the only one they hadn't stopped. They didn't actually have any others, so I was like, you know, I'm getting the last one here, and who knows, like, when they'd get more, and if I didn't buy it, someone else could have bought it, and then I could have gone back and like, oh, they're out of stock. Oh no. So I'm glad I bought it when I did. Oh, back in properly. So that brings my total vinyl count now to, I believe, Human Days, Plastic Beach, Human Days, Plastic Beach, Humans, The Now, Song Machine Season 1, 92,000 and 20, yeah, 20, so that's 7, so that's 7 vinyls, 5 albums and 2 singles. Because for whatever reason I've decided that I want every release of every album that was from the UK, I want every UK variant. So I've now kind of made it my mission to get all the CDs, all of the cassettes, all of the vinyls, and it's probably going to take a while, and that includes promotional stuff. Only if the promotional stuff has actual like artwork like this on the front, or like the promo singles or shit off. If it's just like a vinyl or a CD, just in a white sleeve or a black sleeve, I don't really want that because that's not really something I'd like to put on display because it's very plain and very basic. So aside from the ones like that, everything else is, to me, fair game, you know, as long as I can find it cheap. So that is it for this video. As always, you know, till next time, see you soon, I guess. Peace and bye.